Well, hello everybody, this is Mr. Jordan speaking, with this virtual act of worship on the theme for this week, which is honesty. There's a lovely quote there which says, "Our lives improve when we take chances, and the first and most difficult risk that we can take is to be honest with ourselves." I think honesty is such an important thing, and it's one of those virtues that underpins all the other virtues that we hold dear. For example, I think it's really very hard to be wise if you're not honest. And I think it's very hard to be kind if you're not honest. So I think it's the thing that holds all of our wonderful values together. And of course, at the moment, there are lots and lots of stories in the press about dishonesty. We're hearing about people being dishonest. There's some examples on the screen here. 4 in 10 people in Britain apparently say they would lie if they could get away with it. There are occasionally stories, of course, of honesty. There was a priceless stolen bonsai tree there that was returned just a few hours after it had been stolen. But we're bombarded, I think, by dishonesty. Of course, at this time of coronavirus, there are some real case studies to look at. I don't know if you saw this in the news last week. This was a driver who made a 224-mile round trip from Coventry to Manchester to buy something or to collect something that he'd bought on eBay. Of course, the police were stopping people because, as you know, we're only supposed to go on necessary journeys. And it turned out that this wasn't a necessary journey. But he tried to lie his way out of it. It's kind of a human instinct, I think. And you'll also be familiar with these sorts of stories, these headlines about people stockpiling because they can't be trusted to just buy what they need. They go and they buy much more. And so the supermarkets are having to try and limit what we can get now to try and protect us all. And all of these stories made me really think about the way in which we talk about honesty. On the left here, you'll see I've pulled up some stories that are very famous, I suppose, ways in which we talk about honesty. And we often focus on why it's important to be honest. And that's all very, very good. But I think we also need to focus on who we should be honest to. Because, of course, the person that we've mostly got to be honest to is ourselves. And that's also the hardest person to be honest with. And I think at this particular point in our history, you and I and all of us are having to really be honest with ourselves. It says here, if you want to be happy, one of the most important virtues you must master is being honest to yourself. You guys are being asked to be really honest with yourself. You're used to being in a structured environment, we all are, with someone else telling us how to do it and what to do and when to do it for. And all of those structures have been taken away. And now we're having to just get on with it on our own in a strange sort of way. And so there's a level of honesty that's required of you, that you are going in to show my homework and that you're doing the work that's being set, that you're keeping in touch in your email with those that you need to be in touch with, and that you're doing the work. And there's also a level of honesty required that you are going to ask for help when it's needed. So at this particular point in our history, we are having to really be honest with ourselves and with each other. And I think if we can all do that, and if we continue to do that, there are loads and loads of brilliant lessons that we can learn from ourselves and from each other about the value of being honest with ourselves. And so I'd like to leave you with a small quote. It's by an unknown author. It says, "Be a reflection of what you'd like to see in others. If you want love, give love. If you want honesty, give honesty. And if you want respect, give respect." I'd like to thank you all so much for listening to me today, and I'll be back with you at some point soon. Take care.